Call hello Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone to rule well. I am not a member of Great Millstone yet, or however I've entered into their labors. Peace, mercy, and blessings to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. Back at you with another quick one. I don't have very many precepts, so this will be very quick, but I just wanted to I saw this picture and I thought that it was funny. Not funny in a more of a funny of an ironic sense than it is in a laughing matter, because this is in no way, shape, or form of a laughing matter. And as you can see, there's the other planets and the moon with the Earth in a hospital bed saying "Get well soon, buddy." And you know, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. And what came to mind for me was Esau Edom being a cancerous plague to the earth, but he was allowed to rule. So that's one thing that Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, of course Yahweh is fair. We're gonna get one of the milk scriptures, right? I want to go back to the basics on there, sticking to some of the ones that I learned in the beginning. So Job 9:24, straight to the point. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And we know that covering up the face of the judges, for face value, no pun intended, is them in their renaissance when they went forth in their little season to rule. They painted over those tapestries and the paintings of the dark-skinned saints and things of that nature. So there's that, for face value. If you want to tie that to something, you can tie it to that. So again, we'll go back to this picture. And another thing that made me think of it was, I'm a fairly decent botanist, or into husbandry, and really tying it into the Bible helps me understand it a lot more and a lot easier. So I was doing a little experiment, and I go to different grocery stores, and I take the seeds from the so-called organic foods, and I try to plant them, or turn them into seedlings, make them bud, and then I plant them. And the interesting thing is, none of them start to bud. None of the seeds sprout. And I've been doing this for a couple of weeks, and I have yet to find a seed that sprouts. So this devil knows what he's doing, right? He's coming down with great wrath. Let's see. I always forget. I believe it's in Joel, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, no, no, and they're coming down with great wrath because he knows what he have with a short time. Okay, let's. I was afraid of that. Uh, down with great wrath. Revelation. Why didn't I? God dog it. So 12 and 12. Where is it at? 12 and 12. Straight to the point. We'll go to it. Therefore rejoice, O ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have a short time. Because remember, he was loosed in that little season. Right? And 1,000 years were expired. Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, right? Revelation 20:7, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. And that is what he's doing now, but he's coming to an end, right? His skirt is being exposed. We know who he is. And again, I did a video maybe a couple months back about, like, when you first come into this truth, you know that he is the devil, but then you have a personal experience when you really be like, this motherfucker is evil. And call Holo Yahweh Bashim Yahshua that he puts that spirit on us to see it, so that way we can pray that much harder and that much more to get him removed, because it is not of our own hand. Remember, the earth was given into his hand, and it is just under a left-handed, unrighteous rulership. And this famine is coming. The WEF had their meeting, and as you can see, they're going to gain control medically. And you know what else comes? Right, I'm gonna go right here. You see it right here if you're looking, and the highlighted portion. That's what's coming next. So all of it'll be tied: financial, medical, ease of access to things, buying and selling. Of course, will all be tied to this thing, and it's in the Trojan horse are these planned these gimmicks, these fake things that they're gonna have, these FALSE, crises. And next thing you know, they're gonna use that to justify being the absolute wicked, low life piece of shit that he actually is. So long gone are the days of him uh, creeping and speaking smooth like oil, right? But we know, according to this word, that war is in his heart. It probably ain't even gonna pull up. You know, he goes crouching. So we'll oil butter. What? Oh, KJV. I want that. Yes, Psalms 55 and 21. I'll read it here, and then we're gonna get Sirach 13, 12 and 10, 10 and 12. I can't remember which one. We'll get that next. But Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, and that sword goes into, the obvious weapons and all of these crazy robots that they're building. Okay, because you know that they are having more and more UFO sightings each and every day. So they want to develop whatever they can to try and combat it, but it is all in vain. And I cannot wait to see the fall of my enemy. Right, blessed. Ecclesiasticus 25 and 28. We'll just get it here. Right, so well is him that dwelleth with a wife of understanding, and that hath not slipped with his tongue, and that hath not served man nor unword. Huh? Wait! Come on now! That's not what I'm looking for. 27? Yes, there we go. 25 and 7, not 25 and 8. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies. And we of the hopeful elect, and I do say that humbly, we will see the fall of our enemy. And he is not going to go down without a fight. So as I said before, that the seeds that you plant do not grow. Okay, he's tampering with the food. He's tampering with your water. Everything that you can think of that you need for basic amenities for life, he's tampered with and destroyed. So there is no other way out. And there are a lot of people that talk a lot of shit about not believing in a sky daddy to come save them. We got to do this ourselves. And these are the people who have no idea the level of weaponry and witchcraft and propaganda that has been put upon this earth. They're under it. They're under the spell. So let me get a Sirach 12 and 10. Where's my Bible? There we go. So we're gonna end it here, and just this is a friendly reminder, a public service announcement. So just in case you forget that or when times get hard and you feel like you're gonna get weak, and I'm preaching to self, right? Because he's gonna take a lot of things away, and he wants to leave us no option but to turn to him, but to bow to him, but we cannot. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is a living power and a living God who takes care of his people, those who obey, those who are doing their best to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, putting up these videos. If you a prophet on the highways and byways, doing that, all turning from this world, coming up out of Babylon spiritually, all of these things we must continue to do and be strong in them. If you ain't strong in it, pray about it. You gotta pray. There is no other thing to do but to pray, and that He pull them demons up off you, or that He strengthens you, and you can do what you need to do. But straight. Let me get to the point and read this here and call it a video. Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him that shall, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. Thou shalt know that his rust has not let me calm down, has not been altogether wiped away. Okay, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. And that is what they are trying to do on a macro scale, on a macrocosmic scale. They want to take the place of Yashar Allah. He is the prince of the power. He wants to take the place, or he wants that birthright. He wants to be the chosen seed. But you ain't never going to be, you ain't never going to be. It ain't for you. It never was. No matter how you think or what you feel, it was never for you. It was always for Jacob. And that is why it is written Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob all throughout these scriptures. And Jacob being the progenitor of the 12 tribes, who are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? He is your enemy. No doubt about it. Your number one enemy, especially according to Psalms. I said I was gonna end it, but we gotta get the enemies. We gotta get the enemies. I ain't gonna quench the spirit. I ain't gonna stop it. Psalms, I believe it's 83. Maybe it's 82. Let's see. Nope. Yeah. Okay. You read the highlighted portion, but I'm gonna go straight to the point. Verse 5. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. And in the very first one, you see the tabernacles of Edom. And Amalek, if you go down to verse 7, is the head house of Edom. So double. He's your double enemy. All right? You know what I'm saying? So, and that motherfucker is twice the child of hell. So, with that being said, remember that you cannot trust your enemy, and that if you think that you're going to find your own way out, you're going to find your own sort of salvation, you're sorely mistaken, because this devil has made a diligent search on how he can take control of the people. So with that being said, if you ain't bought no seeds, and it's not wicked to, get a little prepared, but don't put your trust in that. So with that being said, shalom.